much, but I just know he was like, that's probably where they got the naming of that character, right? Is from the actual electromagnetism guy, and it's like, so you know, I just kind of looked into like those sort of things.
Hey, so we're live
girl,
now
hey.
for episode
Danny,
15.
you know what? Hey, I didn't check in. Last I checked in honor of the fact that this was a sausage party, you were eating a whole platter of it.
Oh yeah, I'll show everybody how that's
How
going.
much
in
do you
one
have left
second.
of your giant Lunchable?
I still have. It came with 2 sleeves of crackers. I ate 1 sleeve of crackers so far. I feel like I
Oh, you're
maybe eaten
welcome. You're
about
welcome.
half. I think I've eaten about half. Is what it looks like.
You know what's so funny? I'm
It's
so
boring.
arrogant.
It's not fun.
You know, I definitely am one of those people whose eyes are bigger than their stomach. Because I looked at that and I was like,
Yeah.
But you know what? That is enough cheese to constipate a village.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm
Good
worried
luck
about
on that
that's
one.
gonna be like.
I'm hoping the oil from the pepperoni kind of opens that up. You know.
Yeah, I'm hoping that kind of loops it up on its way out.
Maybe get some fiber from the cracker.
Yeah.
You know what you gotta do, dude? You gotta get Kobayashi. You gotta get Kobayashi style. You gotta just start dunking your crackers in water. Just start slurping them down, homie.
Yeah, I feel like if I was really pushing it, I could have eaten this whole thing by now. But it's just kind of boring. But
It's
speaking
okay.
of not boring,
you're like Rocky. You get strong in like the last round. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna eat it all. I'm just gonna guzzle it, cram it all down in the last 20 minutes.
So, we can keep going. I'm just gonna refresh my drink.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, wait. What? Okay. Good news, guys. Hey, want to do a little advertisement for my sponsor, and by sponsor I mean I paid for it. So thanks to Anthony for subscribing to Hulu.
Yeah.
Ad-free Hulu. So you don't have to worry about ads.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
When you're the sponsor, you got to give yourself a shout out, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Wait, let me. Okay, so how do you guys like to arrange? You guys are the experts. The Skype window is better if it's small and then the show is big.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I have the show window on one monitor, and on my other monitor I have Skype and the another browser window open.
Chad, you know when you have a double monitor, you automatically get put on a list by the FBI.
Yeah, and I also have a light up keyboard, which means I'm put on a list by women.
Oh man. All right, so yeah, right. I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna have us and the gang up here in the corner, and
you don't need to see what we're doing as much.
Well, I mean,
as much detail.
You know, when I'm talking to you, it's like I like to look at you guys. I don't know. It's just easier, I guess.
Okay, you guys ready to hit play on this?
Okay, wait. Let me. It's follow the leader, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Season 5, episode 15.
Okay, so I'm gonna like. Okay, so do you guys start from the ABC? Is that like your lion's roar at the start?
Yeah.
Just
from the watch next episode button on there.
Oh, okay, cool. I think we're all gonna be approximately the same.
Yeah.
Closer than we've been in the past, gentlemen. I'm very happy to be joining you this episode.
It's gonna be great. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, hit play now.
Oh man, this is exciting.
Man, my internet is not doing well today.
You know what I thought might be interesting is like if you really, really, really wanted to relive the Lost experience, if they could replay it with the commercials that played at the time.
Yeah, I always love watching old commercials. It's great.
You know what I mean? Because it'd be great if like there was some like high tension situation, and then immediately afterward was like a commercial for like Imodium AD or something.
What was the commercial like? What was hot in 2006, 2007, 2010? I guess when this was happening.
This is 2009.
2009. What is the zeitgeist in 2009? Where you're like, it's Lost, followed by like I don't know what are they selling like Nigrelli said like Imodium AD or goddamn fucking I don't know like some new Sly Stallone movie, whatever was happening in 2010.
I feel like that was right at the beginning of Marvel movies where it started to be a thing.
I believe The first Iron Man came out in 2007.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit.
So we're really hitting Marvel fever.
This 2009, I want to say, is right when Disney bought Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, shh, Daniel, I can't hear Chad. It'll change my volume.
Well, locally,
She rec-
in August of 2009, was when KGMB, KHNL, and K5 joined up to become what is it, Hawaii News
Yeah,
Now?
Hawaii News Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, this is what year? I'm sorry.
So like
2009.
that was like the television news equivalent of like when newspapers buy each other. Yeah.
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 Oh, okay.
Is
It's like
this-
Like
we're the
conglomerate.
star advertiser now.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we
people
can
are so
only
upset
support
about this.
one newspaper now, and
Yeah.
they're constantly firing people.
You'll know. See, they already have a monopoly aspiration, and you can tell because
Right.
anytime someone puts the word Hawaiian in their title, they're going for monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
Hawaiian Electric, Hawaiian Bell, Hawaiian Airlines. They want.
Hawaiian Telecom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The funny thing about like a Hawaiian Electric is that they have like subsidiaries on like all of the other islands, and it's like, why is everything not just Hiko? Like, why
Yeah.
is there
Yeah,
Hiko
it's
and
weird.
Hiko and other Hiko?
It's
Yeah.
weird that there's other Hiko.
Yeah, that's gotta be a bitch to explain. Like, oh no, we're not Hiko. We're Hiko.
Yeah.
That's the other Hiko.
Yeah, we're
the
not
other Hiko.
we're not Hawaiian Electric. We're Hawaii Electric because we're the electric company on the Big Island.
Yeah, the island of
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Mm.
Yeah.
It
makes
you know
sense.
what? Sorry, go ahead.
No.
I was just
Yeah,
saying that like I you know one way I've never bought electricity is from like a friend of mine who's all into multi-level marketing. Like it's like, why are you buying electricity from the man? Let me be your like electric coach. All right, and I'm gonna get you all the energy you want,
Yeah.
and then you can start selling your friends energy.
Hey,
So all
if
you
someone
know
wants
is-
to start multi-level marketing energy to me, like I would be interested.
Yeah.
I would want to sit down and watch the video and hear this process
Yeah, you're actually like a consumer for that one, right?
because it's a thing I'm already gonna fucking do.
Yeah,
I
you're
was
already
not
doing
about to eat chia seeds on my own.
Exactly. It's like I don't want your green drink,
Yeah.
but I am interested in your 100 megabits per second internet service.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, what are you selling a multi-level marketing scheme for now? Gasoline? Yeah, I use that.
Yeah,
That's the thing I use the most.
and you know what? I know other people who use gasoline. Funny enough.
That's amazing.
Oh, this is when. Oh yeah, this is a surprise.
This is our Richard Alpert reveal.
Yeah. See, I think it's easy to do like lost character haircuts. What you do is you start off with a lock, right, and then you grow into a jack, and then you just kind of work your way up the chain. Then you're a Ben, and I don't know. You can just as your hair gets longer, you're just different characters. Eventually, you're a Sawyer.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, Hurley, whoever you want to be, depending wavy, curly.
Mhm.
We'll match you. I think it would had been great if like there's a lot of close-ups on Locke doing that kind of like side eye look at people a little bit.
Yeah.
It'd be great if he actually had like one eye that was like a little lazy every time. So there was always like one eye looking at the person he was talking to,
Oh,
and
shit.
one staring like right at the camera.
Yeah, like a Forrest Whitaker situation.
Yeah, I missed
Oh,
that.
that'd be fucking. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Oh man. Yeah, this is Rick. Ridiculous. We're on the cusp of the ending of the evening. We're on the cusp of the ending of this episode. This is like kind of the penultimate because the season finale is like 2 episodes, right?
You know what I should do? I'm gonna. That's what I can do.
What's up?
I can pop on the subbies,
Hmm.
turn this volume down.
Oh yeah, I got my volume down to like 25%.
Yeah, it's just way easier to hear you guys if this volume is down. You don't really need it.
It's like I know what these people sound like.
Like, I get the general gist. Wait, so Nigrelli, if you could go back in time, because this whole season is about time travel, essentially.
Yeah.
And you even had an episode where you can go back and kill somebody. There's that classic scenario they ask you about, like if you can go back and kill Hitler. If you can go back in time and kill anyone, who would it be?
Yeah, it's like it's kind of hard to say because I sort of feel like time has a dimensional shape, right? And when you think that what you're doing is altering this linear string, really what you're just doing is you're just creating a space in which time will just flow into it. So it's kind of like Hitler almost wasn't like a body or a person. Hitler was like this idea that formed in time and space and was embodied in this human. I'm not trying to rob him of his agency, right? But I'm just saying, like, that was definitely part of it.
No, I agree with you 100% on that.
Some of the details of the genocide would be different, but there still would have been genocide around then.
Yeah, because we kind of like to think of Hitler as just like a person who created this mass hysteria in his neck of the woods, right? But what he kind of was doing too was, for example, he's not as creative as people want to give him credit for, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it was just like he would say something and he'd be like, "Yeah, man, it's really not cool what's happening in Germany," and people are like, "Yeah, Hitler really isn't cool." You know, and then he'd be like, "Yeah, it's someone is responsible for this," and then people were like, "Yeah, someone is responsible." He's like, maybe it was the British," and they're like, "No." He's like, "The Jews," and they're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I hate some Jews," you know. And I think so. I think he was. You know, he was fishing. I think he was really just kind of riffing off the crowd in some ways.
That is an interesting take.
And just like kind of firing him up, you know what I mean? It's like it was like half Hitler. Because you know what? You know who I see do this too?
Yeah.
Okay, this is horrible.
We all know who you're talking about.
But like I know this is a constant crowd technique with people who like politicians. Like Donald Trump is super good at this. He's just like, you know, it's like, where are y'all from? What do you guys do here? I'm gonna bring those jobs back, and you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And screw everybody else. You know, and it's just like I like what this guy has to say to me. He seems to.
Like, this guy is speaking right to me.
Yeah,
I mean, that's half of what speeches at those kinds of places are supposed to be.
Right.
I'm going to go talk to a bunch of corn farmers. I'm going to talk about how much I love corn.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just goes crazy with.
Yeah. Like he was talking about corn. Did you see him? He loves the corn like we love the corn.
Yeah.
This is gonna. I'm not trying to relate myself to Hitler and Donald Trump, but it's the kind of thing because I'm not smart too.
Yeah.
I would do a lot of the same things they do because if I was talking in front of that many people, I'd say anything they wanted to hear.
Yeah. If you're saying stuff and they're cheering, and then you say something wrong, and then they stop. You're like, oh, I got to go back to saying stuff that's cheerful.
Yeah, let me get back to that part that was making them so happy. Let me just.
But if anything,
like,
I guess.
Who do you guys want me to blame? I'm here to blame somebody.
Yeah.
I just need you guys to point me in the right direction.
It's like an improv show. You just give me a suggestion of a racial group that you don't like.
That you want. Yeah. Something that you want.
Mexicans? Okay. Yeah. Mexicans make me think.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons where it was the Halloween episode where it was like the aliens started running for president. It was like hanging quotas, and then like one bit was like it was like Kang as Bob Dole or something. He was like abortion for everybody, and everybody goes,
that's right.
like, abortion for no one then. Like, all right, abortion for some, American flags that are small for others. And they're like,
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
just
That's exactly right.
whatever temperature you have to like moderate on
Yeah.
the dial
It's
to
like
get
getting in the shower.
your
Yeah.
bullshit going.
My favorite part of
Like,
that episode is like, we're gonna go forward, not backwards, and upward, not forward, and spinning, always spinning.
whirling towards freedom. Yeah, I remember that. Holy shit.
But you realize it too, though, because I think the speaker, if they're experienced, they realize that it doesn't work if it's just them by themselves,
Right.
right?
Mm.
Some part of this, and like I said, improv, you guys totally get this. It's like this does not work if everybody is just like in their own little world and bubble. It's like there has to be this sort of like interaction, even though you're quiet. It's like your attention and your agreement, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of like your attention is your continually agreeing with what's happening.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So someone needs to write a book, improvise like Trump, and they'll make $1 million.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
who
don't
am I
advocate-
killing? So who am I killing?
Yeah.
Don't advocate to killing anybody in the past.
Oh,
You also have the option of shooting their dad in the dick before they're born.
Yeah. But then you would kill all of their brothers and sisters in that same dick.
you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah. I'm doing something like, you know what? Here's the thing. Because like I said, I believe that like that kind of time altering thing is probably complicated. So with all the sci-fi I watch, I'm going to keep it to like some simple revenge story.
Right.
It's going to be somebody who like offends me in some way. And those times where you're like, man, I really wish I could kill that guy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to kill that guy. And
Oh
then
wait, so in the vein of Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme, basically.
Like there might be some like, you know what? I'll tell you what. I would love to time travel to kill the person who murders me.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Okay.
fair.
Well, there you go. That's an amazing plot. Like that.
It's self-defense.
I don't know how I do this, but if
Yeah.
some smart writer out there puts me on a TV show, I'd really like to get the guy that got me. That would be fucking satisfying.
Okay,
Like
well,
you have to investigate your own death,
Yeah.
and then once you've investigated your death, then you have to track down your killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have
Okay, to keep. Oh, go ahead.
time travel into the future after you die to investigate your death, and then time travel back in time to kill your killer.
You
could do that.
Yeah.
That could be a movie. I would watch that movie.
Okay, so your season is over. You caught the guy, and then like they want to bring you back for a second season. How do you keep the show? How do you keep a show like that fresh?
How do you keep a show? No, because you know what happens? Then some guy just, like I said, it's like I saw this once on YouTube. If guys get time travel powers, they're just gonna use that to pick up chicks.
Interesting.
That's what we're gonna do. Like you're gonna replay scenarios over and over and over again till you hopefully say the right combination of words to get to get some girl to go out
Yeah.
with you.
That's what I do with time travel. I would go back in time and own those conversations that I think about all the time that, or I didn't say that
kind
thing.
of stuff,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. I'm telling you, because the other stuff is too complicated. It's too
That's what
complicated.
I've been saying from the jump. Like, I'm the one that came up with this question, but my answer is I murder nobody because I'm afraid to make things worse.
Oh, look at how modest Chad
Yeah.
is. No, I'm selfish. I'm definitely going to use this for some positive
Oh,
gains.
no. I'm definitely doing it, and I'm definitely selfish.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that if I kill someone, I'm going to make this worse. But what I'm
Yeah.
going to do is make sure that both I, in the past, and younger version of me, growing up in their own timeline, both invest in Apple.
Yeah.
What was that
Ah.
Stephen King book? That Stephen King book about killing JFK. Was it 11? It was like the date of his
Yeah,
death.
the
like
date,
11.
whatever
Oh, the
that
Hulu
was.
show.
Yeah.
Right. There's a Hulu show, and then there was a book before, but the Hulu show has like James Franco in the lead role. But
Mhm.
basically, it's just him going back and preventing the assassination of JFK. But after preventing the assassination of JFK, he comes back to the future and everything is way more fucked up.
Yeah.
If they had just like let it play out the way it played out. It's crazy. Like where like everybody like there's no rooftops on houses anymore. Everything's like a smoldering heap of like rubble. And he's like, but I stopped JFK from getting assassinated. Like, yeah, you did that, and then X, Y, and Z happened afterwards.
Yeah.
And it's just this whole butterfly effect of things that we can't conceive of until they actually happen. So yeah, those questions are always so.
No, it's
interesting.
So
see the time. Yeah, the time travel thing is supposed to make you real. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to make you realize. But one of the things it makes me realize is you can't murder your way to a solution.
Yeah.
It's just it never works out. You're just like because it's always like if I just murder one more person, it'll fix it.
I know. Yeah, you know what that is.
But these are all narratives being written by people.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know that time travel exists. So we don't know that you can't murder your way to a better world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
We just look at it and say, oh, it makes sense that you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just because we know how life goes and stories and the way things actually work out, and it's
Right.
and you see it in Lost. It's just there's just too many people responsible for too many things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly
Yeah.
too. Like the idea, well, I don't know, the idea that you can just commit the right amount of murder or the correct murder.
Yeah, just the right murder will do it.
Genocide. That is, that it's you know what it is. You know what that is. That's like that's overly simplistic because usually the human mind just they want to deal in simplicity. The idea of having to deal with nuances and all that stuff is just all like, but can we just kill the one guy? Like, but it's not the guy. It's the idea. It's what the guy stands for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's why there's always somebody else ready. I mean, we do end up with these sort of like generational like. I don't think there's a lot of people who are going to invent calculus.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a small group of people throughout history who are going to be in the place if there is no calculus to come up with calculus.
Mm-hmm.
We got to give Newton some props for that.
Yeah.
So like, I think you could probably stunt our growth in some horrible way by killing these people. but I don't know. See, that's the thing. The murder your way into positive. It's like it's kind of like there are these individuals that are responsible for these really cool things, but then there are also these. But when it comes to like evil, we tend to collectively share the responsibility for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like one guy doing something really bad. It's hard for him to do it all by himself. Can you imagine if Genghis Khan had to do it all by himself?
Jesus Christ, like that dude killed.
It's a lot of work for one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he done murdered a whole bunch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all these people realize it. That's why you realize like the players even in Lost, right? They're all these like charismatic leaders. It's like. They're like, damn, everybody realizes that, like, the man in black, the evil guy, Locke, everybody realizes, like, they need a posse. Otherwise, they're going to get taken out by some other charismatic bad guy.
Right.
I think
that's like,
we're watching right now, we're seeing Faraday's mom cover his eyes and his dead body because she just killed him. So maybe the question really should be asking is like, if you could travel back in time to be killed by somebody, who would you want to have killed you?
That's a good answer.
Do we get to choose how?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Wow.
Yeah, because you can figure out how to manufacture those situations where they kill you in the way that you want them to. Sure.
Yeah. So you get to choose who you want to kill you.
Yeah.
You use time travel. Can you time travel to any point in history to
Any
get killed by
point.
anybody?
Yeah. Or even, I guess, in the future.
Holy shit. I would be transported back to like ancient Hawaii, where you could just get killed by like the chief's attendants.
Oh yeah.
Like if your shadow falls into like the chief's like walkway, right? That's a weird death.
Yeah.
That's a weird death.
Yeah, why did you get killed? Like my shadow fell on the chief.
Oh man.
Like I don't know, it was like 3 o'clock, and I was getting tired, and all of a sudden, so that's the whole idea behind the concept of the night marchers, right? Because the night marchers come down at night and all this stuff, but like they're supposed to be the elite use attendants or the king's attendants, and
Right.
maybe somebody can correct me if I got some of that wrong. But
sounds
then
right.
like if your shadow or anything falls within that while they're doing their march, I think they used to march at night specifically because during the day, I think they still had those rules that applied. Like if anybody's shadow touched the elite, then they would have to get murked. So
Right.
they
Oh
were
yeah, that's
watching it.
right.
Yeah.
That's why you had like those Kahili bearers, so you could see them in the distance, right?
Yeah. It's like they started to realize there was a problem. Like, oh man, so many people's shadows touching the elite.
See, you know what's funny? Even when you're like crazy elite and you're coming up with crazy rules for your life, like no one can come in my shadow. All right, chief. All right, chief. No one can come in your shadow. No one can even like say my full name. It's like, all right, bro. No one's gonna
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
full name. It's like I'm the only one who can eat pork. All right, dude. All the pork
What
is
did I say
yours.
about people walking through my shadow, or like letting people's shadow fall upon my whatever presence?
Yeah.
But I
My
think
physical
what happens you realize is like if you want people to keep playing your crazy game, you have to like rein it in somehow.
Hmm.
So it's like all right, we're gonna keep the shadow death rules, but to give everybody a cool chance, we're gonna play some drums.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know, it's like that's what I noticed. All these crazy games, you know, you gotta like even the mad people have to keep like rules. Yeah, like right. Even this crazy island's got rules, sort of.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, everything's wacky unless you can detonate an A bomb.
Yeah. Can you detonate an A bomb in the 50s? I didn't think so.
Yeah. If you do that, then you win the game.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're going towards, yeah, in this season, right? Is like no, we're going towards the 6th season.
Yeah, and the A-bomb's at the end of the season. Yeah.
The end game, yeah.
Yeah.
This is cool.
You get everybody all prepped up.
Hey, okay. Was it just my imagination because this guy is so dark and handsome? But you know Richard Alpert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he wear like eyeshadow in like earlier seasons? Were you guys noticing that?
Yeah, he's
Or
just,
not
those are
eyeshadow,
just his eyes.
eyeliner.
Yeah.
Eyeliner.
He just has
You know,
eyes that look like that.
That's just his beautiful heritage.
Yeah.
Do you guys know these?
Yeah, he has very thick eyelashes.
Yeah.
Ah.
So this actor has actually been said, like a lot of people have like said the whole thing. They actually reference it, I think, in season 6 at some point.
Someone does. Yeah.
Was your guy with the eyeliner? Maybe.
Yeah, Sawyer makes fun of him.
But then the reality is, Nestor Carbonell, that actor, is just got naturally darkened eye. Like he just looks like a natural born Egyptian or whatever.
I feel like that's one of the things his girlfriend would always bother him about. She's like, I love your eyelashes. I wish I had your eyelashes. Oh my god. That's what his girlfriend's saying to him all the time.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I'll bet he started wearing eyeliner in the 80s and like the way it looked, and then it kind of got out of fashion to like for when men to be wearing mascara and stuff. So he was just like, no, I'm just naturally like this guy.
It's just naturally like this, you guys.
It's cover story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, it's my heritage.
During one of the rain scenes, like in his eyeliner starts to come off, he's like, it's still natural.
Yeah.
This isn't real.
Oh my god, my eyelashes are falling out.
It's blood. It's blood.
Cancer.
My grandfather told me about this. The thinning.
Thinning of the eyeliner. The eyelashes. Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I just picture his Korean girlfriend just super pissed off. He's like, at least you were born with eyelashes, okay? Jesus.
Now, pardon me while I pray to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
I think dinosaur meteor.
Oh
I
yeah,
would want to go.
that'd be nice. That'd be cool to see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you and the dinos together,
Mhm.
and then you're a part of the archaeological, hopefully the fossil record or something.
Yeah.
Well,
like, you
that's
can get,
assuming
like,
I'm not like a direct hit that just gets fucking vaporized.
or
Yes.
right before your
Because
death, you
I
jump
don't
into
want to be like freezing to death in the fallout.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like at some point, you should find yourself near like a collection of amber and just fall right into that. You can be brought back in
Yeah.
future by
Jump
future
into a tar
generations.
pit or something, so people can find your skeleton in the wrong
Yeah.
layers of earth and be
Use-
like, wait a second.
Use your DNA to bring you back with all your memories intact. It's towards the end, and I'm a little bit tipsy, but like that reminds me of that other Simpsons episode where like Bart wants to like write his name in cement because he's hoping that future civilizations will use that signature he writes.
That's right. I saw it.
That's so silly.
Have you guys ever written your name in wet cement?
I don't think I have actually.
I haven't. I've
I haven't lived.
Yeah.
Cement.
I've stepped on wet cement,
Nice.
Yeah,
not
I've
on
seen those.
purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
Just
some,
like step,
slabs.
sink. Oh shit!
That's real.
Yeah.
That is straight up concrete. I was making a turn in a narrow lane, and I accidentally ended up backing up into a cement driveway that wasn't dried.
Oh
And the
no.
cement ended up swallowing up my work band
Ah!
tire. And then like I felt bad because all I could see was the guys who had just finished smoothing the driveway,
Oh, no.
ready for it to do its quick dry. They're just sitting there staring at me like, what has happened? What has happened in this world? We were just finished.
Yeah.
This fucking asshole
We're about
came
to
in
go
his van
home.
and fucked up our stuff. They're like,
Now he's
"Hey, look."
fucking stuck there like an asshole.
We have to push him
And
out.
we have to help him.
I don't know. Like part of you, though, but the thing, whatever. There was no barrier between your van and the cement, right?
Yeah, there should have been a.
No.
Yeah,
So
they
if
should have had like a
something.
wooden block there.
Yeah.
Bro,
Or
it's like when you have that moment where you put the drink on top of the roof of your car.
Yeah.
Or do you know
yeah.
how dangerous that is?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, dude, you're taking the risk. You're sticking it up there. You know what happens sometimes when you do this. So I feel like if you do cement and you allow people to drive over it, it will happen one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll know exactly whose fault it is because it's you're the guy who put.
Crazy.
Yeah, the whole reason why you put up the block on the outside
Yeah.
is so that it doesn't happen. It's so that it prevents someone from driving or stepping over it.
Yeah.
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
so it keeps it in place. Too.
Right.
I remember there being no cones or no anything, and no yellow caution tape or anything. I was like, no, all right. But yeah, it was.
Like
really
I'm not going to
crazy.
say that it wasn't your fault that happened,
It
AJ.
was
but-
100% my fault.
No, it was not 100%
Yeah.
your fault, sir.
Yeah.
A good
They bear
percentage.
some liability.
Right.
Dude, if you leave your plate lunch on the bench in the park, you know what I mean? If you just leave it on the table there, uncovered,
Right.
flies will get it.
Yeah.
All right. You can be mad at the flies all you want, but you could have covered it. All right. You left it there to nature, so that's what happens.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of jungle, man.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So don't feel bad. They knew it in their souls. That's why it was so heartbreaking. They tried to get away with something, and the universe reminded them that no, if it can go wrong, we'll make it go wrong.
Yeah.
It's almost like you could see that struggle in their face. You're like, I'm mad, but I didn't put up any cones.
Yeah.
It's like,
You were.
and I remember earlier he was talking to Glenn, right? And Glenn was like, "Oh, bro, go back. We left the cones." And he's like, "Bro, we bring those cones every time, and it's just more work for us."
Yeah.
Why you
Nobody
wanna go-"
never stops anybody. No one ever.
And then
does it.
Glenn was like giving him the hard stare after this. He's like, "Huh? Didn't want to bring the cones today, huh?" You know,
Yeah.
that's why that guy was so mad. It's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
he knew he was gonna hear it from Glenn the rest of the afternoon.
But AJ, you were just a instrument of fate that day.
Yeah.
Yes. An accident needed to happen that day, and it just so happened that you were the Hitler.
Dude. Your name was in some cave somewhere written down.
Definitely, I was the Hitler of that driveway for sure that day.
Then once you ran over the thing, they just crossed your name off the cave wall. He served it. He served his purpose.
Purpose well, Cross. Yeah, that's too much.
No, come on. No, sorry, you can't.
That's your cat. Everyone wants to see your cat.
Oh, that's adorable.
All right, buddy, go down. Stop climbing on the table. I got too many goodies over there for him to be climbing around. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's made me I have to be a super neat hobbyist. You know, like if I'm looking at magic cards or painting models, it's like I gotta
everything
clean
gets
all
put away back in the box.
Yeah. That's smart. That's a good way to be. It's very organized.
Yo, Chad, how well behaved was your duck?
Fairly well behaved, but we also had barricades.
Like, what was it? What was it interested in the things in your house?
Yeah. It would constantly sort of like check inside or underneath stuff because it's just like, I don't know, maybe there's bugs here. I want to eat.
Yeah. Just hunting.
I see. Ducks are on the never-ending quest for edibles.
Yeah, they're just foraging.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like, you know how cats are always like prowling, like they want to hunt something?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, ducks are like that, except it's foraging instead of hunting. Instead of like constantly looking around, they're just like, what if I shove my face here? Is there food here? What if I shove it here?
That's what that kind of maneuver is. It's like, they're just kind of trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah. Look, I ain't got hands. I don't know how to check other than this.
I ain't got hands, but I got this one bill, and this bill is going to serve me right.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like, I heard this fucking awesome statement the other day about human beings. It's like, dude, what do hands do? What are hands for? Everything.
Yeah.
And they do everything. It's like, wow, how lucked out do we get to get? Like, because when you look at wings, it's like, all right, you can fly, you can flap,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Like
about
you can, I don't know. It's like, but hands, man, holy shit, did we luck out with that?
Yeah. You can make your own wings with hands.
There's so much you can do with hands. Oh my god.
That's a book I would buy. There's so much you can do with
today
hands.
was only 2.62% of the tests were positive.
Oh,
Hey.
that's good.
Numbers are going down.
Yeah.
All right.
Way to go, Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's like this is, yeah.
I feel like
the numbers are going down.
I have a feeling that, like, let's say the United States falls apart, civil war completely collapses, COVID takes everybody over there in the mainland, right?
Right.
I feel like Hawaii is going to be like, is it okay if we just keep going over here? Is that okay?
Like, can we
I know everybody else is collapsed.
Yeah.
Can we?
You know what happens is...
I think we might have lost Anthony.
Oh, Nigrelli?
Yeah.
It looks like he froze.
Oh, there you go. You're back.
Yeah, you're back.
All right.
Were you talking that whole time?
No, not the whole time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the only issue is
just
that...
keep going. Can we? And then you froze. And then we're just like, oh shit, did we lose Anthony? He looks frozen. Is he okay?
Sometimes
and then you're like, yeah.
Well,
Perfectly
sometimes
timed.
it just feels like things are going well here.
Right.
So I just feel like even if everything falls apart everywhere else, I want to be like, hey, let's not stop because everybody else fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, I think that we
keep
definitely
going.
need to just try and take care of ourselves. The issue is that if everything else falls apart, that means its shipments stop.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Also, too, besides shipment stopping, that means that we're militaristically vulnerable. Right now we have the benefit of having the largest military in the world, protecting these islands. But then also on top of that, I think they had said that recently the Chinese ended up selling over $200 billion of American debt out of the trillion that we owe them.
Right.
So they say that usually the Chinese do that when they're trying to, we're trying to reduce dependence, and then probably eventually weaken the dollar and all this other kind of stuff. But I don't know. I feel like maybe we should become free agents. I don't know if that's a possibility.
Free
It would
agency.
be like we'd be populist free agents. Like, would you like us to be a part of your populace if America falls? We'll join up with the French or the Japanese or whatever. But you guys gotta come in and negotiate a contract.
Yeah.
Or
It's
you
like,
just
hey,
come in and take-
who's gonna keep sending us toilet paper?
Yeah.
We'll be part of your country.
It's like, it's kind of, what's interesting? Like Hawaii we would be a lot like the survivors when they first got to the island. It's like, all right, a few of you get to be storyline characters. All right, the rest of you are on food.
Yeah.
That's right. It's like how it is. It's like, all right, everybody else, you're on food duty. All right, you five, you guys go make it happen, right?
Yeah. So like
That's
all the mangoes and all the fruit that we see our characters eating, it's all by the food getter team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just prepping up and stocking a pantry on the beach.
Just climbing the mango tree in the cemetery across the street from me.
I'm trying to think. Like, okay, so what kind of food gatherer are you? Do you help farm? Do you start shooting pigs and deer, or do you become like a fisherman?
Ooh. I bet you trapping would be huge. They would
Yeah.
find ways to trap animals because it would use less resources.
Oh yeah, it's hard to just run around shooting animals. Yeah,
Yeah.
It takes a
Yeah,
lot.
they're like there'll just be a lot of like.
Dude, I'm picturing like AJ like out the side of like a chopper, right? Just flying over Lanai. Bah, 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 bah.
We gotta do something about that.
There we go, man. That's dinner for one block. Bah, 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 bah. Apparently, there's a lot. You know what I mean? Like the pop on Lanai, like they have to like kill deer over there. Otherwise,
Yeah, I
it's
heard
getting
the
out of
same thing.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I heard that the population is not natural or endemic to the island. I think it was
Right.
brought over by people that are looking to hunt it for game, but then it's just
Yeah.
came in, and because they didn't have a real understanding of
Yeah,
the
there's no
general,
predators or anything to
ecology.
No
Yeah.
wolves.
stop them. Yeah.
Supposedly they're supposed to be really, really fast too. Like the deer that we have here on the island,
Yeah.
they're actually one of the fastest like deer that are in existence. So it's not like we got like some lazy bullshit deer, Like these deer.
Yeah,
are,
they're not trying to avoid like stalking wolves
Right.
or like scavenging
Yeah.
coyotes. They're trying to avoid people in cars
Yeah.
and choppers.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I mean, can you imagine what a fun job it would be where it's not only your responsibility to like feed your community, but to ride around on an ATV shooting guns? Yeah, I'm a hero.
Like, I'm a hero. Did you not see my ATV? It's right here.
Yeah.
I'm a pillar of my community.
I'm holding up all these statutes while doing a fucking pop wheelie.
You see what I mean? Like, I think that's a much more appealing job prospect for a young person as opposed to like the Gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, unless fashion is your thing, some
Right.
people like being stylish. That's cool. Like, you know what? Actually, you know what? Some people are super stoked about clothes, but I know a lot of guys who aren't stoked about clothes that would be stoked about like riding on a boat, deep sea fishing.
Well, also, we got a bad CGI submarine on the show we have to look at real quick. Shout out to the bad
that's
CGI
right.
submarine.
CGI submarine.
Yeah, I think I would rather drive around an ATV shooting guns than having to do customer service of any type.
Especially customer service after the fall of Western civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can you tell me about your experience and your fleeing away from, just essentially marauding death gangs?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Or
Yeah.
if you yourself are a marauding death gang, how are you planning to expand? Are you looking to recruit more to your marauding death gang? We just
Right.
like saying
That's
marauding.
the thing that I would worry about the most.
Marauding death gang?
That people that are just like, yeah, riding an ATV, shooting things. This is fucking great. That too many of them would want to go outlaw.
Yeah.
It's just too wild of a job to give a human and expect them to be normal.
Mhm.
It's like that prison experiment on steroids. You know, when they did
Yeah.
that college experiment where they put a bunch of people in prisons and they had like prisoners and prison guards, and it just took like it was just like that, where the prison guards were doing all kinds of crazy shit, like they're just robbing people of their dignity and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you can't help it.
Yeah.
It's like human nature. It's built
It's
into
my
us.
turn. It's my turn.
I want to dominate everybody for as long as I can, as violently as I can.
Can you imagine what it's like? You know what I mean? If like you are one of those people that thinks like, oh, your soul is. Well, I'm probably disconnected.
Oh,
No,
yeah, we
no,
lost
I can
your
hear you.
video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say like if you're one of those people that believes like your soul pops up in these different places and whatnot. It's like, can you imagine how exciting it must be to be like, dang, this is my turn to be Mike Tyson, right? It's just like it's like the suit you were born in was like the suit that can just smash people's faces. It's like that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. That's crazy, because like if you're taking on that persona, then like everything that makes that persona is also there too. And like Mike Tyson is an interesting guy, but he's also like
1
an
minute.
intense guy. Yeah, it's
Well,
crazy.
Yep. So
1 minute.
coming to the end of the episode here. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. Any closing thoughts before we move on to?
You know what's about to happen
Next episode?
next.
What's that?
It's about to go down.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
You know your mission, son. You know your purpose.
We're gonna have to cut this particular stream pretty soon, but we are next up going to be talking about The Incident Part 1.
Yeah.
That is the 16th episode of the season. It is the first part of the season finale. We promise we will do at least 25% content lost.
Thanks for sticking
All right,
with
guys.
us.
So we'll see you in a couple more minutes. Thank you so much.
That is the what's up with that, bro guarantee.
Yes, always. 25%.
At least 25% lost.
All right, so we'll see you in a couple minutes. Thank you for watching and donating and supporting. We'll see you in just a couple minutes. Bye.